Standing in the aisles of Babies R Us, I was feeling a little overwhelmed. 80 different bottles, hundreds of different outfits, and 1,000 things on my wife's shopping list. Besides Babies R Us, we have the registry, the room, the baby shower, daycare expenses, and college expenses. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and anybody who has ever felt overwhelmed in the aisles of Babies R Us. I was ready to give up. Go home. I can't do this. And then I saw a Stuart Little blanket. I was immediately swept back to the 3rd grade. I was sitting in my brown little wooden desk. My desk always squeaked when my legs shook. I could smell the familiar smell of Doritos and PB&J beckoning me to lunch in 30 minutes. 29 minutes and 59 seconds to be exact. Next up, reading. Mrs. Longfellow was predictable. Each kid, 2 lines going down each row. I quickly opened my heavily used Stuart Little book, started counting, and found my 2 lines. Quietly under my breath, I am practicing. Wendy Smith is right in front of me. It's her turn. Perfect. My face white as chalk, my face sweating. Joe, it's your turn. Stern but fair Mrs. Longfellow reminding me of my sentences. I could hear giggles, faint but piercing. I'm ready, Mrs. Longfellow. Those 2 sentences felt like it took me 29 minutes and 59 seconds. I sat alone at lunch that day, like most days, crunching on my Doritos and eating my jelly-soaked PB&J. Because of my stutter, I gave up on friends, I gave up on school, I gave up on reading. Life kicked me in the face, and I crumbled. Many years of sitting alone at lunch brought me to sitting alone outside of my 9th grade dance. Shine shoes, nice suit on, and a smile. Nice shoes, dork! Paul Suit was standing among his pack of dogs. This has happened for many years now. I'll wipe it off. He walked by and smacked me across the back of the head. A couple more daggers about my mother, stuttering, and no friends. Then he walked on by. I shook it off. And a mud ball hit my face. I wiped it off. The stench of old shoes and dirty water filled the air. It'll go away. It'll go away. And then another hit my face. Dirt everywhere. Ruined. Then 6 of my classmates dragged me across the black pavement to a brick wall. A barrage of kicks, punches, and insults hit my body. I crumble up in pain and almost gave up next to that brick wall. What felt like 29 minutes and 59 seconds finally ended. I told my mom I fell down the stairs into a pole twice. Black eye, bloody face, ruined shoes. I remember my grandpa always telling me, when life kicks you in the face, you gotta stand up, kick back, and get going. Survive, then thrive, Joe. Survive, then thrive. The biggest crossroad of my life. On one hand, I could crumble. On the other, I could stand up, kick back, and get going. Later that year, I found the gym. And then I found lacrosse. And each hour in the gym, each hour practicing lacrosse, I remembered that brick wall. I remember the pain, and it motivated me. Try a little harder. Go a little extra long. Go extra longer. Later that year, lacrosse tryouts. Joe, varsity. Paul and his dogs, they didn't make the team. That one success propelled me to college. After college, I got a job. Good company, great people, better experience. 8 months later, lights out. The company was moving overseas. Clear your desk out by Friday at 3 p.m., they told me. The world is a funny place. You could be flying high on Thursday, and it will take it all away from you at Friday at 3 p.m. It took me 6 months to find a job again. In the meantime, I was dead broke. I slept on friends' couches, washed my clothes in the sink, walked everywhere, and on more than one days, I woke up and didn't know where my next meal was coming from. But during that entire process, I survived. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Friedrich Nietzsche. Today, I use those skills of cutting coupons and saving money to buy little baby shoes for half the price, of course. I was standing in the aisles of Babies R Us. 1,000 things on my shopping list. 6 hours later, I survived that. My moment to thrive when I'm holding my baby boy in my arms. Every day I stand on that crossroad. On one hand, I could crumble. On the other, I could stand up, kick back, and get going. Survive, then thrive, Joe. Survive, then thrive.